Hey guys, it's Lily with Paper Beats Rock Designs, and today I am participating in the Twisted Sisters Halloween Spectacular Booty Call Hop. It's also hosted by The Secret Craft Room, Tracy Vanover, Up All Night DIY with Monica, and Shabby Meets Bling. We're all up on Instagram, but today we're up on YouTube with some fun videos. I'm going to be making that wreath that just popped up there. And here are the supplies I am working with. I have some twine, some spider webs. Right there was some spray ink, some spiders, moss, and this grapevine wreath, along with some little mushrooms that I found at Hobby Lobby. So first I am taking my twine and I'm just tying kind of like pizza slices across, because I want this to look like a spider web. So first it's kind of look like a wagon wheel here, a little different. And then I'm going in with my spider web twine. So just going in a circle, back and forth, weaving this in, trying to make it look kind of even and uneven at the same time. On that part right there, I had a bigger gap, so I did kind of a zigzag, and now I am just attaching my end pieces to the circle or the inside circle of my wreath. I wasn't sure how this was going to turn out, if it was going to be a bold enough twine, but I think it works out perfectly. So now I'm just pulling my spider web around, trying to figure out, making sure that I have, my lines going in some different and interesting directions. And now I am hot gluing down my moss, which was a little bit drier and a little bit dustier than I expected it, but I feel like it had some really good coverage. I'm pretty sure I picked this up at the Dollar Tree. I also made sure to go up onto the spider web with the moss, especially with like sandy part of it, and it gives it such a fun texture. Next, I am layering in some bones, which I found. We live out in the woods, so my dogs bring home bones all the time. So this was a bunch of bones that they had found, and layering in some of that spider web. I added a little bit of ink. I wanted to kind of create an egg sac. It wasn't as dark as I expected it to be, so I might go in with maybe some eyeshadows and make it a little bit darker. But I added some confetti spiders on the inside so I could wrap them up, and then some of the small spiders on the outside, so they look like they have already hatched and they're starting to take over my wreath. I felt like I didn't have enough spider webs, so I added more of that, and now I'm adding some more bones and this really fun glittery spider that I'm pretty sure I picked that guy up at Walmart, along with those little tiny spiders that I'm sprinkling around my wreath now. More bones, and more spiders. First I was like, oh, I'll just put a few on, but after I did it, I was like, I want this thing to look I want it to look infested. So adding a few more little bones down at the bottom, and I'm going to be adding a little bit more moss. I wanted this to look like it had just gotten pulled out of the forest and covered in bugs, nice and creepy and witchy. I love the way it's going. I had these picks. I want to say they were from the Dollar Tree, maybe. I might have pulled them off of some pumpkins. I know I had some fancy pumpkins that had some picks kind of like this on there, so I might have pulled them off of those. But I mean, any fun picks from Michael's or Walmart would totally work in here. But they were just little mushrooms that I got from Hobby Lobby after Valentine's Day. They came in a bunch of different little shapes and sizes, but they were all pink and red and white. So I took this Glimmer Mist from Michael's, in bronze. These guys, I didn't have it shook enough that they were sparkly, so they're more darker brown. These guys came out a little bit more metallic, but I sprayed them, I let it dry, and then I came back through with water and I sprayed that just really lightly and misted it and let that get splotchy. And then went again and brought my heat gun and let those dry. Oh, thank you, Lena. Yep. So that's how I created these, and I'm gonna pop them on now. So I realized pretty quickly that I love these little mushrooms and that I did not ink up enough of them. So I cut them in half and put half of one mushroom behind that dark red one on the right hand side, and then I had half of its other half on the other side. And now I'm cutting that other one in half and sticking them all on and layering them together so they look like a whole little, you know, little cluster of mushrooms growing out of there. If I would have done anything differently, I would have just added, I think I might add some more mushrooms, more spiders, and I think this thing might need to make maybe some fake candles, some sparkly lights, but I love it. Here's how it looks sitting out on my front door. So ready for spooky season. Thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure to hop around and look at all the other projects.